Konnichiwa! Mite kurete arigato! Kyou no topic, anime! Nani?
You heard it here first, weebs! We're talking about the animus this time! It's the most controversial topic since the furry Brony War of 2008!
How dare you make the Triforce of these topics? We'll lose all 4 of our viewers.
Hey, look, guys, don't worry. Look, I have some fan mail.
Whoa, wait, really? Cool. What does it say?
All right, 1 second. It reads, I feel acne growing on my face and fat on my body as I listen to this XD. I'm turning into a were nerd. From your boy, James.
This was a mistake, wasn't it?
How true.
Though I think we're missing something.
You know what? Scratch that. Humanity was a mistake.
No. Ah, I know. Welcome to the Tridorks, where we talk about nerdy things and I draw 4 commissions. In fact, you can take those commissions and send them straight over to True Apparel 1. That's right, True Apparel 1 on Twitter to have your freshly made artwork get printed on some super comfy clothing. But more on that later. On to the show!
Oy vey, oy vey.
It's time.
And
It's here.
here we are.
And we weren't joking, this is the Animu episode.
This is the anime episode.
Oh, exciting times.
Are you happy now? Are you excited? We're all ready to do the drawings.
Oh, yeah.
So grab your fucking yandere knives and get in the goddamn robot, Shinji. We're going balls deep into this thing.
Part of me is wondering where I actually specifically posted the list. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Yep.
I got it. I win.
What, the topics?
Yeah, the topics.
Jesus Christ.
This is going to be the thickest, most dense topic because this is also probably going to be the most thickest and most densest. Probably could work on my grammar.
Here's the
About to say,
question.
you're not gonna add in like a throbbing or a.
More of a thrusting.
I mean, that's where you're going for, right?
And more of a thrusting motion. You know what I mean.
Oh, God. Question, how long are we going on this one?
Alright, we're going to be talking about genres in general. We're going to be talking about character stereotypes, eras of anime, and how the previous 2 are changed based off of the different eras. Because, of course, there are eras. We're going to start to dive into the dark creeper stuff. We're going to start to dive into waifus, gaifus. Because let's face it, boys, even straight guys have bromances.
I have to correct you on your terminology real quick. It's not gaifu. The correct terminology is actually husbando.
Oh.
Ooh, snap.
Husbando.
Yes.
That sounds even creepier.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Perfect.
That's the point.
I mean,
In case you didn't know.
And then we're going to talk about the tentacle in the room, which is a pun off of the elephant in the room. We're going to talk about sub or dub. We're gonna
that old chestnut.
end with 2 major topics, end with our first anime, and what live action show or movie would you convert into an anime? Because we seem to have this weird issue about animes want to be converted into live action films, and what would happen and what would it look like if you took one of your favorites and turned it into an anime? So, anyway, let me go ahead and just convert this here.
Actually,
thingy.
I generally think that we will not get through all these topics in this episode.
No, I think we can do it if we do it really, really quickly.
Yeah,
Where's the fun in that?
Maybe this becomes another
Self-moderate.
two-parter.
This could be a two-parter.
This will be a multi-parter. Not just a two-parter. There's way too much to talk about when it comes to anime and the sub-genre. We'll get to that later.
Okay, so let's talk about genres in general.
Oh boy.
So what kind of genres are out there for those who are not into or inclined with anime? And for maybe your opinions and people who think that they know what anime is, and of course, clearly we know better.
Hey, wink, wink.
Speak for
nudge,
yourself.
nudge,
I
nudge.
claim nothing with my knowledge repository.
I don't claim to be an expert at any of these topics. I'm just here to offer my opinions. And in the end, that's all that really matters.
Sure.
Well, I think we can definitely say that I seem to have lost my drawing pen, so that's.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Ah, well.
It's hard to do without that.
More focus on the conversation and less on the art.
You'll find it.
You know,
So,
this is why I stream games whenever I decide to do fucking podcasts. That way there's at least something that I know will fucking work.
Yeah, well, just because
Well,
I
unless
happen
you
to
own a rig like
just because
mine.
just because I happened to lose a pen. By the way, Sasha, would you mind spreading the
You want me to share it?
spread the shares. Spread the
Sharing,
shares.
sharing.
Well, you know the old saying, sharing is caring, so leave a like, give a subscribe,
Let's care.
and give us a care by sharing this with your friends, your family, your most hated enemies, because odds are we'll piss all of them off.
Oh, quite yes. Okay, so genres. So we've got a couple different types of genres. We've already talked about giant robot and mecha. I think in anime those seem to kind of go together and hand in hand.
absolutely.
We've got horror, definitely horror,
Sure.
and that's a very popular genre. In fact, in my opinion, I think Japanese, especially anime horror, is a bit trippier and quite a bit more immense and scarier than American horror.
They usually go for more the psychological stuff than just the blood and guts.
The
So to speak.
visuals are insane. Like, the way that they play with camera angles, it trips me the fuck out.
Sure.
To be fair, that's not hard to do.
To be fair.
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 You win.
Sorry. To be fair.
To be fair.
Wow, we are awful, and we just lost all of our viewers. Congratulations, folks.
Bits, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
Bits.
well, fuck it.
We win! We win! Hello,
What do we win?
Django. Well,
That's the
wait,
only
no, wait,
nothing.
that's the wrong video. Deep,
No,
doop,
it's
doop.
not.
Where's my pen? No.
While you're looking, another.
Oh, it's right where it's
probably-
supposed to be.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Wow.
I was all ready to try and cover for you.
Nice going. Nice fucking going.
I do my best. Today,
That's all right. Exactly.
Today,
So-
I put my pants on.
very proud of you,
My name's Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
Jeff. But I was going to bring up another, probably maybe too broad of a genre, but one that's very persistent. I'm going to call it main character wants to be the best of blank, and the entire world revolves around blank. You know, you got your Pokemons, your Yu-Gi-Ohs, your
Kill a kill.
Kill la Kill, the various cooking animes all seem to follow this.
Oh my
this one,
god!
there is a
Cooking anime. That's a
50% of
genre
anime
right there.
is just I want to be the best. Blankety blank, and the whole world revolves around blankety blank.
Are you talking
kinda
about...
love it.
Kind of like our own lives.
So,
I like Speed
wait,
Racer
wait,
too now
are
that I
you-
think about it.
Are you talking about essentially Shonen Jump anime?
Yeah, I guess that. There's your genre, Shonen Jump anime.
Where there's a lot of charm to it, but it's like,
It's
am
not-
I
it's
really
just shonen.
honest? Am I really honestly willing to put forth, 700 episodes to become invested in this, or can we just run through this for 26 and then I'd be done with it and move on to the next one?
They're fucking hell. There's no way.
As
And there's,
much as I want to.
I think there's one there's one series we can't exactly talk about in just one episode. That will have to require its own thing. We eventually will have to talk about Dragon Ball, but that's not going to happen in a day. There's no
Fair.
way.
Fair.
Go through all of that bullshit.
That might
my
be its
God.
own episode. Might be its own episode
That
to talk
will
about
be
all of
its
Dragon
own
Ball.
episode.
So
Will
we're
be its own
exempting Dragon
episode.
Ball.
Oh,
from
okay.
the discussion.
Well, it
I'm gonna have
looks.
to watch through GT again.
It looks like.
I'm gonna have to watch the Dumpster Fire.
Okay. Well,
Hey, there we go.
no, because it doesn't have the same. Well, let me see. Maybe it's just simply the wrong tool.
I had notes written up about a month ago when we were initially gonna do an anime episode, so I'm opening those up right now.
Well, we can talk about that.
Prepared
Also,
talkings.
of course, there's also what I like to call the tenchi genre.
Oh, the harem?
Yeah,
The harem genre?
Yeah.
I was about to bring that up. 'Cause
Yep.
that's another one.
Yep.
That's another big one.
Boy who lives with a bunch of girls. Actually, here's a question. Can anyone mention a harem genre where it's a gay harem, so it's a boy with a bunch of guys falling for him?
Oh, I think.
Yes, free.
Yuri on Ice.
Free.
Hmm.
You're on ice and free. That's it.
And
And maybe,
I can tell you a female one where it's a harem of boys going after a girl. But
oh
you
yeah,
know-
Fruits
That's
Basket.
so overdone.
Huh?
Fruits Basket?
Well, there's Fruit Basket. It's very good. That's a good one. Also,
Kiss
Where's
him,
your
not me.
representation?
they're not all going after her, but there's Oran High School Host Club.
Oh yeah, I was trying to think of the name of that one.
Yeah, that one's
Thank
super cute. That one's super cute.
Yeah, that was a cute one.
I have my notes open.
Is there a is there one you've mentioned the guy getting many there's the male harem and then the male female harem, the female male harem, but is there a female one?
Huh.
Or is that really a niche market?
That
Something they haven't done.
It might be the next big thing. Come on, Japan. Get on it. Get on it.
Do you
What?
know
Like-
how many
like, who
both?
knows-
Do
who
you know how
knows
many
romance
both
better
men
than women?
and women would be down for that?
I mean, does Sailor Moon count? Even though she does have the
No,
guy.
not really, because she's all after Sailor Mask or the Tuxedo Mask.
True, but have you go back and watch those
There's
episodes where she's recruiting the other
I
Sailor
mean, there
Scouts?
are-
She's in love with all of them,
Well, yeah,
but I guess in the cute kind of girlfriend way and not the romantic way. So anyway,
yeah.
that was more of a
exactly.
joke response, not a serious response, anyway. So
But it was good to discuss it anyways, because someone might have been, oh yeah, and then we brought up some valid points.
that was more of a joke response.
We brought up some valid points.
But
Genres of anime, though, like the genres with anime and then just regular media, they all overlap until you get to the isekai genre. That's when shit starts hitting the fan. You are now trapped in another world. The isekai genre. You are now in another world. Basically.
Oh, it's like Sword Art Online.
So So your Sword Art Onlines, your Dot Hacks, your Log Horizon, fucking it trapped in another world with my goddamn cell phone.
Your
And of
Konosubas.
course, my personal favorite. Oh Jesus! my personal favorite, Overlord.
Wait, would Escaflowne count as one of those when you're trapped in
Kind
another
of.
world?
Escaflowne might count, because she comes from the other world, and what's the other one with the dog boy and the girl who comes from the future? Inuyasha, that's the one I couldn't think of. Thank you, Ed.
There's also the Boy and His Beast movie as well.
Inuyasha, that's the one I couldn't think of. Thank you, Ed.
There's also like the kid follows a couple of
Oh, we had an echo
Beastmen
going on in there.
through
Should stop that one.
through the hidden it was on Netflix for a while there.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually really good.
Of course, you have your general stuff like your slice of life animes, which are always nice.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to
fantasy
stuff.
or normal slice of life.
Yes.
Like for example,
Yes.
Devil is a part-timer.
That's a fun one.
That's an adorable one.
Your Ozymandias.
Lucky Stars are really good. Slice of life one, too.
Ozymandias! Yeah, but the thing
Your
is like,
Yatsubas.
so Ozymandias, much less Otsuba, but Ozymandias, Lucky Star, and K-On!, though they're all slices of life animes, and that's really what they are at their core. They helped kickstart what would be called the oh goodness gracious, what style?
That moment you're talking very passionately about something, and then you completely forgot what the fuck the name of the thing was you were talking about.
No, what do they call it? Where you have like all the different tsundere, or the deres, all the different deres.
Harem anime?
No, not the harem anime, where it's like.
I mean, that's.
But I mean, where it's like.
That's a rom-com waiting to happen.
It's just like nothing but deres. Like the entire cast is a massive cast.
Oops, all deres?
I don't think that's there's a fucking genre for that. I just think that's a.
Hey, where's Bill? There he is.
Is all the deres. Again, if we're talking slice of life, why has no one brought up Spice and Wolf yet? I'm disappointed in all of you.
That's a good
I
one.
have not heard of.
Okay, you want to talk about slice of life? Let's also talk about some of the films. Let's talk about Studio Ghibli. My all-time favorite film, Whisper of the Heart. It's about just this young girl in high school who's trying to figure out what she should do with her life.
God, we need to have an entire episode on the Ghibli films.
Yeah, that's gonna be it's. To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. Yeah.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings, and there she is.
So shall we just go around right now and each name our favorite Ghibli, just to do it?
No, I'm at a disadvantage.
I can't. I have two of the Ghibli films just sitting right beside me. I'm just like, I haven't watched either of these yet.
Ultimately, my favorite is Whisper of the Heart, but I can't help. Oh man, you can't do that.
For me, it's got to be Princess Mononoke.
Of course.
That is a movie that is firing off on all cylinders all throughout. Not one wasted scene. Everything just works perfectly in that one.
Which is funny because that is Miyazaki's least favorite film.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that goof.
No, he poured his.
There you are, their own worst critic.
He put his heart and soul into it, and he said that the editors ruined that film.
Aww.
It was
really? Now I'm curious to see what his original vision would have been.
Well, first off, the title was supposed to be called The Adventures of Ashitaka.
Oh. Okay.
Rather than Princess Mononoke.
Okay.
A lot of the same story was mostly intact, but there were things that he wanted to do differently, and they said, no, this actually sells better, so it's best if you do it this way. You'll still get the point across, and you'll have to do it this way. And he's just, that's why.
And it rankles him.
and that's why
Yeah.
that's why after that film he retired.
Gotcha.
But then he came back for Spirited Away because that was supposed to be a special gift to, I believe, his granddaughter.
And then he kept coming back.
He kept coming back. No, the third time with Howl's
He's
Moving
actually
Castle.
directing another film as we speak.
When it came to Howl's Moving Castle, they brought him back because they're like, the direction they were going with, nobody in the staff was happy with. And they're like, there's only one person in the world who could do this. Hiyo. Nani?
Anime was a mistake.
Miyazaki said, Sensei, we fucked up. We need you to fix our fuck up, Miyazaki Sensei.
Hi. So within a year he made Howl's Moving Castle, and then by the end of the film said, you know what, I'm gonna do it my way, because the rest of the film was practically just like the book, and he just did it his way. So bada bing, bada boom.
There you go.
Oh boy.
I have a list of. I ranked all the Ghibli films to my own personal preference, but I don't have it in front of me right now, so I don't know where Howl's Castle falls on my official.
Get that ready for the Ghibli episode.
All right, I'll save it for the Ghibli episode.
Let's
I'll give my.
Okay, so then let's move quickly on to. We got most of the basics in general.
Fan service.
There's comedic. There's comedic. You know, ones that make fun of other animes. There's
Your Excel sagas.
Yeah, your Excel sagas, where every episode makes fun of a different anime style, genre.
Okay, first of all, that series just made no sense.
Well,
I mean that too.
It was not supposed to.
That's that
yeah,
too.
so they just made their own abridged series without even abridging anything.
Yeah,
except for the manga.
I have a question. Now, because I am incredibly uneducated on this topic.
No problem.
Yeah, I haven't
answers.
watched much anime over the last 10 years, but
yes,
I want
they
to
actually do
change
have,
that.
Yes, they actually do have tentacle rape in Japan.
No, yes, I am mucho aware. No, my question is, we were talking about the different anime styles and whatnot, or at least it was mentioned. There was a couple of movie or game tie-in anime releases that were made. One was for The Matrix, and one was for Halo.
Oh,
You have Matrix Revelations, and you have
Animatrix and Halo Legends.
Yeah, Animatrix and Halo Legends. That's what.
Halo Legends is.
Where do
so
these
fun.
fall in any of these categories? Considering that it's a compilation of different styles, and each mini film is the length of a standard episode. Discuss.
Yeah, anime anthologies. I mean, how many of them are there? Like, there's those two. Are there any others to speak of?
There's
I
one
would
by...
call them anthologies, but there are a couple anime films that were done for a couple EA titles. Dragon Age had whatever the fuck that was, and then Mass Effect had Paragon Lost.
Right.
And,
By the way,
I'd
Paragon
forgotten
Lost
about
is a
those.
fucking great movie. I
It
love
is?
that.
I need to
Mass
watch
Effect
it.
Paragon Lost?
Oh,
I need to watch it.
Same.
So the
Watch
creator of Akira and
Misty,
Steam Boy, I can't remember what the title was called, but he made a 3-part little anthology that came to like 30 minutes for each one. So it's an hour and 30 minutes, I'd suppose. And
I might know this one.
it's
Is it the one where there's the three movies are a rose-shaped space station?
yes.
A guy who stinks so bad it destroys Japan.
Yes.
And I know this. I've seen this movie.
Yes.
And that first one eventually became the series Planets, I think, which was
Yeah.
also a cool series.
And then of course you have all your weird little third-party throwaway animes that like are really unique and cool and nobody picks up. Like, for example, Voices of a Distant Star, that was all made by essentially one person. Small music staff, a couple of voice actors, and he directed and animated the whole thing. Huh?
OVAs?
Yeah, OVAs. Yeah, there's OVAs. But,
True.
but yeah, this one was interesting because it was about these two kids that as they were, like, one was a pilot and the other stayed at home and went to work, and her ship kept going farther and farther out into space, and their text messages kept getting farther and farther apart from each other.
I think I remember hearing about that one. I forget the name of it, though.
And it was just really, really, really kind of heartbreaking just to see how it's like it just got to the point where the last text got to him after he had passed away.
Aww.
And she kept sending.
There are stories like that,
and
but
she
that
kept
is so
sending
cute.
him.
Aww.
No, I know. See, guys,
Adorable.
anime is not all about porn for kids. Which I've had people tell me that. I have literally had people tell me anime is just porn for kids.
I mean, it's that too. But...
Well, look at Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, I mean,
Yu-Gi-Oh was the porn, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards were the crack.
oh God.
You can't fault me. You know I'm right.
Unfortunately, you are.
Pokemon was the porn. Pokemon cards was the crack, and the action figures and plushies are the fucking methamphetamines.
I remember seeing a graphic. Where did we find that? Of like the highest grossing fandoms, and for like the top 3, it was like all merchandising was the primary source of money being made by these. Here it is. Would you guys like to guess what the top? Let's see. Yeah, this is a list of the 25 highest grossing media franchises of all time. Would you like to guess which is number 1?
Pokemon.
Nailed it.
Yep.
With a bullet.
Well, I mean,
Far
they're still
outpacing
going
Hello
strong.
Kitty. Now this, I don't
Hello
think anyone's
Kitty
gonna
never
get
had
this.
any good video games.
Can you guess the number 3? Pokemon number 1, Hello Kitty number 2, number 3. Can you guess?
Hello Kitty was in there.
Hello Kitty is the number 2 highest grossing media franchise of all time.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's disgusting.
And it is entirely merchandise. Because they break it down.
It's
like
disgusting. but the
Pokemon
character's
is like
damn cute.
is mostly merchandise, but also video games, also trading cards, and a little bit for like movies and comics and other stuff.
That's
Hello
still
Kitty
technically
is
merchandise.
entirely merchandising.
I'm gonna say
Just a big yellow bar.
I'm gonna say Sonic the Hedgehog.
Not even close. Sonic, let me check. Sonic does not make the top 25. I'm sorry.
I'm surprised.
Let's
You
say
will
really
never
know?
get. You will never get number 3. It surprises me. I'm like, what? Nani the fuck?
Well, we're not even at that subject yet, but okay.
And this is, sorry,
Whoa.
this is the top 3 of all what?
Of highest grossing media franchises of all time. And there's another one like Hello Kitty that is almost entirely merchandise.
Oh, I thought you
Just
were
a
talking.
sliver of box office.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking sexually because I don't think
No.
there was not a trans.
What the-
There was, dude, guys, there was not a transition between the sexual joke and then the rest of everything else.
No, you brought up
You're
merchandising.
the one who made the sexual joke.
I know.
And you brought up merchandising, which is what led to this.
Merchandising.
Now I feel
Fucking
like
number 3.
now I feel like an idiot.
Number
Spaceballs
3.
was all about the merchandising.
Number 3 of all-time highest grossing media franchise is Winnie the fucking Pooh.
I can see
No,
that.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it actually makes
So
sense.
that legit makes sense.
And again,
I can't be mad at that.
mostly merchandising,
And that's just
a teeny tiny sliver of movies. Anyway,
Bear's fucking
end digression.
adorable.
Wow. Yeah, well, Winnie the Pooh is also an internationally recognizable character.
Yeah. He beats out Mickey Mouse, who is right below him.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Wow. Did you really? Did you really?
I had to. That's what she said.
Can we get back on topic, please?
Sorry.
Nope.
It was briefly on topic, Pokemon.
Yeah,
Forget the
because
monster.
that has the anime.
Yeah.
That's got the animu.
That's where the moo of the animes go.
It's
Okay,
hard
Alex,
knock
you're
life
drunk. Get
for
this straight.
us. It's the hard knock life for us.
What if they made an Austin Powers anime?
Oh my god!
Like an honest to goodness Austin Powers fucking anime, kind of like Clerks animated, but
Man,
anime.
we are skipping right to topic number 8. I love this.
Hey, folks,
It's
we
like-
never promised to go in order.
It's like a decent anime where you have to try to figure out which episode goes in which place, in which order. we're
We
pulling.
never promised we go in order.
No, we're pulling a. What do you call it? It's that damn anime where
where nothing makes.
no the
Or?
brunette where the brunette thinks
Oh,
she,
you're Haruhi Suzumiya's?
yes, that's
I picked up what you were putting down.
that was such a good anime too.
It is a fun one.
If we're talking franchises that could use an anime, I definitely throw Star Wars into that mix. However,
Okay.
it's not the films. It's not anything involving the original trilogy, the prequels, the sequels, nothing like that.
You want an
would
Old Republic anime.
That too.
Okay.
But let's be honest, an Old Republic anime would be fucking awesome.
Sure.
There is so much shit you could do there.
I mean, again, you got tons of Jedi and Sith running around doing fucking all, so yeah.
Bunch of
Just a
Sith and
perfect
Jedi
fuck-
stuff.
How about this? Allow me to pitch this to you.
Okay.
Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, the anime.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Animation studio? Well, I'm kind of torn between Madhouse and Trigger.
Trigger would be good.
Trigger would be
Madhouse?
great just because they can go balls to the wall insane, but Madhouse just produces consistent content regardless.
Sure.
Plus, they can also do over the top extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're to capture like how the game felt, you need over the top. Because god dang. Oh, I would love just a Star Wars anime anthology taking place in Legends continuity.
You know what? Yeah,
Because
a anime anthology Star Wars would be fantastic.
just
Agreed.
give like different eras to different studios, and they could go apeshit.
Yeah.
And then it would be an animation compilation.
Yeah.
I'd actually demand different series for different eras. Thank you. We could actually have the post-original trilogy stuff in the books. That'd be fun as an anime. We
sure,
actually
you want
get
to
to see-
do a Thrawn trilogy or an X-wing? X-wing.
Can we please?
Get
Can we
some.
just
What
do
about,
stuff
or what
that
about
hasn't been
what about the
do
the
a
Han-
Wraith Squadron, maybe?
What about the Han Solo trilogy?
Brian Daly or the other one? There's a couple Han Solo trilogies. Sorry.
Why? Por qué no los dos?
Okay, I mean, I'll take the Brian Daly one. Hell yeah. Han Solo at Star's End. Fuck yeah. Han Solo's Revenge. Fuck yeah. Heck, let's do the Lando trilogy.
There you go. Why not?
seriously,
Lando's
Star
Adventures
Wars
of the
is-
Centurion.
It's like
Star Wars has
Lucas.
so many stories just waiting to be adapted to the screen. I'm amazed that there hasn't been any like proper Star Wars anime.
I mean,
I
if
mean,
it ever, if we ever get our
Because
wish
is
and
it
it goes public
lucrative
domain.
yet?
If Disney has their way, they will never give up Star Wars.
Well, they'll never give up any of their properties. I mean, I'm the one with the conspiracy theory that the live-action animes are just to prolong their trademarks on those properties. So.
Pretty much.
They've got a property I really want to get my hands on. Just that way, it's not just sitting there doing nothing. It's been inactive for 11 years, and it pisses me off.
Yeah. Preach.
11 years. Would that be? Which one is it?
It's Spectrobes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised you haven't heard of it. It did moderately well. It's a video game trilogy. 2 games on the DS. The final one was on the Wii. They weren't terrible. The main thing was, if you've ever played Fossil Fighters, you fucking dig up the fossil, you revive the creature, and you go off to fight and save the galaxy or solar system, whatever the fuck they're doing that week.
Right.
Whatever the fuck they're doing that. They're doing that.
To be fair, it's usually they're just fighting to save their solar system from the big bad, who's a complete and utter dick. He's just invading with an army of basically zombies.
Fantastic.
Alright.
Basically, I think like it was described as like Disney's Pokemon killer, even though it never killed Pokemon. Because nothing can kill Pokemon.
Nothing.
You can't kill what
alive.
you can't touch, Disney.
Pokemon
Nothing
is
can
like
stop
Betty
the
White.
Pokemon.
It just won't fucking die.
Pokemon is like Betty White.
Yep.
Like I said, just won't fucking die.
Eternal.
You can't help but still love it. It's old, and you still appreciate it, even though you don't quite get some of its newer stuff.
Why does this work so well? This is creepy.
I'm trying to
So we just typed Pokemon to Betty White. There we go.
I know
A Betty White anime.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh no! Oh no! The golden the Golden Girls anime.
The Golden Girls anime.
Yes. Do it, you cowards.
Like a real one. A full one. Like more than 2 seasons.
They have their neighbor.
We need this.
And he's
Let's start a petition.
And he's a younger guy, and it's a harem anime.
Oh my god.
Just like that, you lost me. Nice going, Alex.
No, I was just trying to see like how could I make it work?
He was trying to move the topic along really quickly. That's one way to get us back on track real quick.
Sorry, it's just that I really wish that Spectrobes would just come back in some way, shape, or form.
That'd be cool.
With Betty White DLC.
No. Okay, maybe. Maybe
I'm getting the gears turning.
Fuck, there might actually be a way to incorporate Betty White. And B. Arthur if she's still alive.
As far as I know.
Oh.
So, speaking of which, favorite waifu. And if one of you doesn't say Betty White, I will be disappointed.
Betty White!
Okay, unfortunately, Betty White is not on my list, but I can make an addendum to have Betty White be there as a real-life waifu.
Yes.
So let's see. Like I got a list. It's a decent one. First of all,
you have to pick one.
OG Dragon Ball. OG Dragon Ball, gotta have launch. A tier waifu. A tier. We move on to Dragon Ball Z. Videl. Videl is another A tier. Maybe B, I don't know.
This
there
is the
no
point where you
tier
pull out your weeb detectors.
Dragon Ball Super Broly. Chila.
I like how he gives us shit for being such nerds and furs and this and
Yeah,
that.
no,
and he just has this. He automatically has a list. Like it's like he's pulling out a scroll
I've been
or
preparing
something.
for this my whole life.
Yeah, like he has a scroll. I'm imagining him pulling out
Furling it.
just rolls down,
Written in India ink with a fountain pen.
and it just rolls down
Here's
off
a
of
my
his.
cock keys with this one. I'm going.
Oh, fuck, okay.
Movie. She's a fantastic fucking character. I love her.
Who?
Have you not seen Dragon Ball Super Broly?
No.
I have not. I'm
Well,
very
that's-
out of date with my Dragon Ball.
Well, that's your loss, because Chilai is fucking fantastic.
Hope we just lost a viewer because of that.
Yay, I killed our viewer.
He's going.
Oh dear.
Woohoo! I win.
Next up on this fucking list, we have Irina Shido from High School DD, because we had to have someone from a hair anime in here. And of course, you can't have a waifu list without mentioning Pokemon, so I'm just throwing Cynthia out there. You know, the champion of the Sinnoh League. Because why not?
Sure.
You know. Yeah. Of course, there's Holo from Spice and Wolf. I mean, come on. It's Holo. Can't...
Because that's a reason.
It's literally... Holo is literally just God tier to start off with. I mean, it's a drunk...
Okay, real question. What makes her so lovable to you? If she's godlike, what makes her so lovable to you?
I don't know, just... She is adorable. She is a cute. Do you really need another reason to have a waifu?
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Well, that and she's a drunk smartass.
I was gonna say, like, when it comes to, like, godlike, I would expect there to be at least some sort of love for the personality.
Like I said, she's a drunk smartass wolf.
But you don't like drinking.
Really?
To drink.
Really? That's your fucking reasoning? Get out. You are out of it today. You are not as funny as you think you are.
No, I'm actually giving you real challenges right now.
Here's the problem. Here's the thing. I don't exactly have reasons for liking all these characters. I just like them because there's something that clicks.
All right. Okay, I get you. Fine.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
All right, I'll stop. I'll.
Ugh, for fuck's sake. Oh boy. Let's move down this list. Aki Izayoi from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Because she's a psychic and could kick your ass.
12 hours later.
Yeah, no. Also, her deck is plants. Her deck is plants, which means there's tentacles involved, technically.
3 hours later.
Wow. Good grief. Let's see here. We got Yuno Gase from Mirai Nikki because she's a crazy bitch. The main cast of spirits from Data Live. About half the cast of Monster Musume.
It sounds like we got an entire just harem over here. You almost think
It's not a harem, that's an army.
Army of people just waiting to kick your ass.
Oh.
Let's see here. We got Suki, Toph, and Ty Lee from Avatar: The Last Airbender because that's an anime, right?
I'll count it.
no.
Judges?
Yeah.
Judges?
No. It's actually only an anime if it was actually animated in Japan.
Right, just like champagne.
Well, I guess that really raises a real big fucking issue because most of the anime aren't actually animated in Japan.
Oh, shit.
Shots have just been fired back. Next up, we have Anna from Fire Emblem, because the
She's in a
Fire
lot of
Emblem OVA. No, because the Fire Emblem OVA exists.
Ah. Because she's the merchant that shows up in a bunch of them, right?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, just checking.
And next up we have Makoto Nijima, An Takamaki, and Haru Okumura from Persona 5, because Persona 5 the animation exists.
Oh, yeah.
Liara Tassoni from Mass Effect is in there also, because she had one scene in Mass Effect Paragon Lost.
Oh, technicalities, love them.
3 days
We got
later.
Midna from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, because she's... Well, she's in the manga, so... We have Android 21 from Dragon Ball Fighters, because she was created by Akira Toriyama. There you
That's
go.
your only reason.
Checks out.
We got fucking... Let's see here. What was that? Alright. Filia and Straya from the Sword Art Online games, because they're both more interesting than everyone else that shows up in Sword Art Online proper.
Okay, I'm stopping you right here, right
Fire.
now.
I've got 2 more.
Okay.
Just 2. We got Barbara Gordon, a.k.a. Batgirl, from Batman the Animated Series. Don't lie, you'd bang her if you had the chance. And finally, I have saved the creme de la creme, the piece de resistance for last, Princess Elise from Sonic 06, because bestiality FT dubs. Good night.
Oh, worth it. Worth it. Oh.
Good night, everybody. That's my fucking list, and I'm sticking to it until I change it.
Hey. That's every fan's prerogative.
With that, I close my laptop, and we can resume the festivities.
I feel like I need a party horn or something.
Yeah, that.
Alright, I should have made a rule. Everyone's limited to 3.
Here's the problem. I cannot list you a top 3.
Alright.
That would be disrespectful
If
to the
it's-
other waifus, and we can't have that. Especially when you have a list of waifus
Then
like that.
then everyone is listed at 5.
I'm still amazed I got through it that quickly.
RJ.
Ah, shit! I should have not done what I did, which was listen to Ed go on. I should have used that time to actually narrow down or think up who mine would be.
We actually kind of had this topic a couple Sundays ago.
To be fair, some nice technicalities.
To be fair.
Let me try and remember. So this is something I should have written down, but I never did. I will. You know what? I will. I'll put down Misato Katsuragi from Evangelion.
Oh boy.
Yep. Because, you know what? She's just doing her best, even though she's a mess. I can respect that. Let's see. Who else?
You said Misato, right?
Misato Katsuragi from Evangelion.
Yeah.
The one from the Netflix.
Yeah.
Just anime. Gotta keep it honest. So. Wait, no. She did make it from manga to the anime, the new anime for that show, from Oh My Goddess, Peorth, one of the angel ladies. Do you know her?
Yes.
Yeah. I like her because she's trouble. Whenever she shows up. Shoot, I know you said you opened it up to 5. Well, wait. You also said husbandos could also count. So I'm gonna say.
Oh, that was gonna be.
If I can do that, that'll make it easier. Because then
a different topic entirely.
Oh, well, shoot. Then I'm gonna
If we were to go to Husbando's, there's another list for that entirely.
Dear God.
In that case,
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Right. Shoot. Who else? Oh, Mina, the alien girl from My Hero Academia, because she looks like a snail girl. She's fun. She's also entirely inconsequential to the plot for the most part. And I always gravitate towards those characters.
Are you not going to
Are
include your first waifu?
Oh shoot, who was my first? Talking about Makoto Kino from Sailor Moon?
Who?
Talking about Makoto Kino from Sailor Moon?
Isn't that Mars? Or Jupiter?
Jupiter.
Jupiter, yes.
I mean, Jupiter, yes. Mars also. Ray Hino.
No one takes Ray from me.
That's fine. You can have it. I'll take Makoto. I thought you were an Anami fan.
That's what you said the first time, and I said that's what everybody thinks.
Oh yeah, you do like Ray. That's right. You do like Ami too. That's fair. You know what? You can have Ray. Ray is great. I'll take Makoto. She's also great.
Yeah.
And that's my impromptu list.
And Lady of the Hour. Your waifus.
I am wildly unprepared for this.
Oh, come on.
As in, I haven't watched enough anime to be able to make a
But out of the
decent
animes
choice.
that you have seen, what female characters did you really like?
I'm gonna have to Google that.
Okay, while you
Do that. We will vamp.
I'll
I am
go through
so
mine.
sorry.
Yeah.
My very first waifu ever was 100% Ami from Sailor Moon, which would be Sailor Mercury.
Very good. She's a good one.
I love a strong personality with an intellectual mind.
Her special supercomputer has RoboCop's directives printed on it.
Yep.
As a little visual gag. I love that.
Yep. Let's see here. Oof. Almost had a burp.
I like how you guys are giving actual reasons to why you like certain girls. Meanwhile, mine are all just like, yeah, no. My reasons are all bullshit.
This one
Just like-
because
That one, because why not? Because
I mean,
Batman and...
that's
Bangable. Okay, maybe kinda, yeah.
again the heart wants what the heart wants.
I mean, I could go into further detail, but then that would just take too damn long. Plus, I don't think I'd be able to adequately put it into words, so I'd just be stumbling.
No worries, man.
Even more so
We're
than
not-
you.
Judge.
We're not here to question the waifus. That's not our purpose here.
Judge.
Asuka from Evangelion is also a waifu of mine.
Yeah.
In comparison to your Mitsuga?
Misato?
Oh, Misato, that's right. Blah, wow, I
No,
sound
bro,
stupid.
that's okay.
It's been a long time, but
Evangelion came
know-
out an embarrassing long time ago.
But I know the woman that I loved from that show, and she was that tough bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And she was scary, but there was something inside of her. She was just there was passion. Like, there really honestly was love, and she wanted to find love.
So she was a tsundere.
They don't want
Yes.
One of the very first.
She was one of the very first tsunderes, yes.
If not the first.
Yeah, she was 100% like the
She
clear
became the blueprint to which all tsunderes are now known for.
Only she was like also painfully violent.
That's most tsunderes in a nutshell.
Well, I mean, the anime itself kind of blows these emotions out of proportion, so yeah, I do love myself a good tsundere. And let's see here. Nausicaa. Oh, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. My love, my precious. How much we both love bugs together and flight together, and how you're just so beautiful and we can just fly around together.
Just fuck already!
How many times have I jerked off to that beautiful young... I mean, what?
Wow.
Just
There goes our
fuck
sponsorship.
already!
No, God, I'm joking, of course.
No, you're not.
course.
That's the sad part.
And the other part is like somebody brought me a question earlier. I can't remember who it was. Can one draw one's own tsundere? Or not tsundere?
I mean, in theory, yes.
In theory, yes. No, but can one draw one's own waifu?
I don't see why not.
Definitely not.
And I said, well, for
I
many,
cannot.
throughout many years in high school, Tina was my waifu.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. I'm about to say, like, could you just draw a waifu? I'm like, I don't see why not.
Yes.
But you're saying,
Basically,
can your waifu be someone who you've
The
drawn?
question's more like, hey, can you create your own waifu from the ground up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you not seen? No, that's a bad example.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I
I
don't
want
want
to hear
know.
this
Really
bad
bad
example.
No, it's best we don't know. I don't want to be accused of anything.
Hold on. I want to hear this bad example now. What is it?
This will be an after party joke.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. I like
yeah,
where this is
this
going.
is a bad one. It might be after
Boy.
the after party. I don't think we want this one recorded.
No, I'm not gonna have. I'm technically not gonna. Nah, I'm gonna say for these rules, Tina's not gonna be included in waifus. She was never truly intended to be a waifu.
Fair enough.
To be fair, neither was Oscar or Ray, so... The fans made him that way.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't intend to draw her for me to be my waifu. You know what I mean? I mean, I did draw her. I did draw her based off of
Joke
things
is
that
a
I
joke.
found. I did draw things based off of things that I found attractive in women at the time, and then over time she's changed, not just physically but also personality-wise, and my reasoning for building her is completely different. But that's a different subject for a different day. Oh, Pokemon. Ed, I want you to try to guess who my...
It's Sabrina,
Yep,
the psychic type gym leader,
yep.
because you love a woman who could flay you to death with her mind.
Yep.
Kinky.
Oh, the number of times we had that conversation.
Ay, boy.
I am out of the loop again.
Oh, Sabrina. Hold me up against the wall.
Ooh.
And it just got suddenly extremely uncomfortable.
I can't really think of a fourth. Oh, Daisy. Oh, but she's not really in an anime, is she? She's only in a video game.
To be fair, it also
be
depends on your
fair.
characterization of Sabrina as well, because in the anime, she was completely fucking nuts.
I'm sorry, I kind of like those crazy jokes.
You, when you said Daisy, you mean from Princess Daisy from the Mario franchise, or?
Correct.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, no.
You know, the one who was born from the egg.
All right, yeah.
That's a fact that's sometimes forgotten.
There's There's another one out there. Nope, that's pretty much the core 4. I like to keep it simple. I like to keep
Fair.
it a small team.
No problem. So I guess that's back to Sasha then.
Yep.
Sasha, you ready?
I don't know. I didn't watch much anime growing up.
To be fair, neither did I, but...
Like, I don't remember many characters at all.
That's fine, you could just say Brock and go home.
Sure, let's go with that, the creeper.
Look,
Save-
I turned my drawing pan. Oh no, wait, I've already
You
fucked it up.
fucked it up instantly! What is wrong with you? Oh my
dear.
god! You disappointment!
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Cooper here gets the You're an Idiot
What?
Award.
Gets the You're an Idiot Award for being a complete and utter what the fuck.
Now with my idiot rule, I shall make a new city. I'll call it City of Shiny Pants, where everyone has to wear shiny pants.
Oh lord.
I'm at a loss.
OG Brock shared a voice actor with Seto Kaiba. Let's just get that out of the way real quick, and it's amazing.
Yep.
What?
The jokes you can make. Hey everybody, look at me. I'm Seto Kaiba. I have a dragon fetish and I sound like Brock from Pokemon. Screw the rules. I'm in love with Nurse Joy.
Screw the world. Screw the rules.
Wow.
I'm in love with Nurse Joy.
I fail to believe that that's a thing.
But it
And
is-
yet,
it is.
Well, watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged from time to time.
Or just,
that's the thing about reality. Reality doesn't care if it makes sense.
I need to seek this out.
Goddamn. Brock was just.
Wow,
Every
did I just-
single
did-
Nurse
did we ju-
Joy.
Did we just?
Every
did we
single
just-
Officer Jenny.
Did we?
Every woman he ever comes across, like, yeah, no, I'm gonna try to get my dick in that.
The man certainly
there
had an
was-
ethos.
And then there was one who was actually like, yeah, I kind of do want his dick in me.
Yeah, and then he disappeared for a while, and then they came back and met him, and she said, "You can take him away now."
No, actually, there was
That was Professor Ivy.
no, it wasn't Ivy. It's not Ivy I'm talking about.
Oh, really?
There was one who was actually like, yeah, no, I kind of really like this guy. It was in the frickin' Battle Frontier anime for Generation 3.
I don't recall that.
Fuck. Yeah, I didn't recall it either until a friend of mine was like, yeah, no, there was actually someone who reciprocated. I'm like, wait, what? I had to look it up.
I am way out of date on my Pokemon, too. Wow.
I'm gonna look this up real quick. This is gonna
That's so
bug
much.
me now. I have to look
I
up the
have so
fucking
much
Frontier
to
brains from fucking Gen 3, otherwise I'm just gonna completely lose my shit.
I'm thinking about keeping this a shorter one, so let's bring it down to.
Ah, here it is! It's Lucy! The Queen of the Battle Pike!
I am confused.
That's the one who reciprocated for Brock. Who was actually like, yeah, no, I kind of want him.
Hey, there's someone for everybody.
She'd get all blushy whenever Brock was around. It's like, oh, that's adorable. Hey, Brock, you found the one. You can stop chasing after those Joys and Jennies. He never stopped.
So, speaking of waifus, let's move over to, well, the great tentacle in the room.
Oh, well, allow me to get my pants off real quick.
Try to keep it relatively safe.
Dude, you know where this is going. There is nothing safe about this one.
No, but we're gonna keep it at least
Advertiser friendly.
We're not gonna X-rate it.
We can't get graphic.
No.
However, we can get pretty fucking close.
Excuse me. Wow.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely the 18 plus part of the show. We will signal you when it is safe to come back, but until then, get the kids out of the room because we're about to talk about fucking titties.
Find your parents.
We're gonna be talking about chicks with dicks, people getting deep throated so hard it goes straight to the stomach, and other really grotesque shit.
One thing that I am really concerned about, and I'm just gonna bring it just straight up front, because I find it extraordinarily disturbing.
Oh boy.
Is the age limit in Japan.
Sure, among other things.
What is it now? 14? Because
it used to be 12.
I thought they brought it up to 13.
I think it.
Somebody Google that. No, wait, don't.
I'm doing it.
Oh, no.
I don't even. I have.
VPN, please. Maybe we can get a NordVPN sponsorship.
Either way, it's extremely early age, and there's a lot of stuff in anime and video games where they really showcase off what I would consider children.
Yep, it's 13.
It's
13.
Okay, so
Japan.
let's just take a look at case number 1. Splatoon.
Oh no.
Okay, this is more the Rule 34 stuff.
No, this is in the manual and also online, and I think there's some place in the game itself that actually explains it, that up until the age of 14 they look like little squids, but then once they turn 14 years old, that's when they look like these little squid kids.
By the way, the characters actually do have canonical
design and the way they stand, their poses, everything about it is just a little sexualized, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't like this.
I think that the oldest character that you could play as in that game is actually 17.
It doesn't matter.
You can be well, that's because you're in your 30s. No wonder it disturbs you. They're half your age.
Yeah.
I mean, fair. Yep.
I mean,
dude, I'm in my early 20s,
that's a perfectly
so it doesn't
valid
bug me
viewpoint.
as much.
You know, it's like when I go into a bar, I just look at it and I go, and, you know, young pretty little things over there sitting all giggling at a table. And I'm just like,
Again, that's because
there's a natural attraction that should happen. And so it's like, man, I can't enjoy a decent game because I can see the sexualization in these characters. And
I mean, that's fair.
I don't think about it and I play what I like.
That gets to a point, honestly, when you're just thinking way too much about it.
But it is still a valid viewpoint.
Yeah, true. Still doesn't stop
It
you
is
from
very valid.
thinking about it too much. Yeah. That is true. But we have to get back to the tentacle in the room.
The proverbial.
Well, also maybe literal, depending.
Yeah, it's fair.
Who's there? So I don't know.
Hello, tentacle.
Let's start off this conversation where all conversations about hentai should start. The gateway drug. Your rite of passage.
Oh yes,
Okay.
Bible Black.
Everything is fine until you watch Bible Black.
Bible Black is ultimately like, alright, you want to get into hentai? That's cool. There's a lot of weird, trippy stuff out there, but
There's a lot of vanilla shit, but if you want to just go slightly into the deep and test the waters, watch Bible Black. It's got everything. Chicks with dicks, human sacrifice, and even demon tentacle fucking. So in
It's
short,
a little
it's
something for everyone.
It's a very well-rounded trip.
Lots of blood.
So-
There's blood. There's gore. There's sex. There's tentacle. And the crazy part is that like you can still also watch it as an anime, like with a story, but it just happens to also include lots of gratuitous sex.
So would that make it the
What do you know
Playboy
about any of that
of hentai? I just watch it for the story. I just read it for the articles.
Oh yeah, sure. And I just
Is
watched NASCAR for the racing. You liar.
It's like when people say, "Oh, I just started getting into anime." Then you come up with your 5 animes that are, all right. You're gonna need these 5 to be your rite of passage.
I don't really think there should be a rite of passage. I just think there's a recommended list that you should probably watch this if you want to get a pretty good understanding of what you're getting into.
No, if you want to get deeper into hentai, then Bible Black.
We'll let you know. Yeah.
You know that it'll let you know if you want to get any deeper or not. That's just.
Also, it kind of depends on if you watch it subbed or dubbed. That could play in later, but let's just say that the Bible Black dub is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen.
It's
Gotta be real with y'all. I love a terrible dub.
Oh,
a terrible
it is
dub.
hilarious. I'm gonna spoil one thing. There's a point in this series where someone commits suicide and just jumps off the top of a school like a balla.
Uh-huh.
And the moment is completely ruined when someone is. I'm gonna try to do my best impression of this. Like, oh my god, did you see that? She just jumped over the building. That is a very rough estimation of what the actual dub line was.
Yeah,
Along
that
with
sounds about right.
Yeah, that's Bible Black in a nutshell.
Oh boy.
Also, there's all the misdubbings and shit, like the infamous "You've got rice on your face."
Right.
You've got rice on your
folks,
face. There was no rice.
Just remember, folks, wherever you are in the world, please note your laws and watch accordingly. At the appropriate ages. You don't want to get you or
Basically,
your parents,
be the age of consent.
Yeah, be age of consent. Don't get your parents or us in trouble.
Especially not us.
Better
I'm too pretty for jail.
Adult. Be a legal adult before you go into this shit. But if you're listening to us shoot the shit, odds are you are a legal adult because you got nothing better to do. Or that, or you're just killing time, either or. Regardless, we enjoy your patronage. Now, back to the porn.
So there's this one fun thing that I've been into lately.
Okay.
Oh boy.
It's called Vap Hero.
Vapiro. Okay. Not familiar with it, but do go on.
Think of like Guitar Hero, only you fap to the beat.
Oh, Fap here. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard something completely different, but that's okay.
You heard something completely different. So did I. So now we know it's about the jack off.
Yeah, it's just I
It's
found
all about jacking off.
It's interesting. It's just like just kind of figuring out like, oh, okay, I can still enjoy normal good old hentai if I want to, but for some reason I just need to have a compilation, and it needs to be musical.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Is Beat Saber about something completely different than what I've been led to believe? Beating your saber?
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. That was good. That was good.
Good night, everybody.
We are definitely, this episode is definitely...
Tip your waiter.
No, this episode's definitely getting targeted under inappropriate for regular viewing.
Who cares?
Explicit.
Explicit.
You're the one who decided to put hentai on the list. This was your fault. You knew this was going to happen.
I know. Let's talk about Squid Girl for a second.
Let's talk
Not
about
a hentai, but go on.
No, but the thing is that like, you know, you flip through your Rule 34s and your hentai websites and your...
And then you see Squid Girl, you're like, oh my God, why the hell would you Rule 34 this?
Squid Girl, and I'm like, no. Wait, what?
There are certain...
No.
Girls not lewd.
Could be worse. You could be seeing Squidward.
I'm seeing Squidward.
You can see Squidward on Squid Girl.
Damn.
I'm killing you, Alex. To be fair, it's probably already out there. You just haven't searched hard enough. You just haven't searched hard enough because it's out there. Someone else has thought of it before me. I know that for a fact. I cannot have been the first person to think of this. If I am, well, it shows what kind of mind I have.
But it is a very interesting business in of itself. I mean, you know, they structure themselves as regular studios, and they, you know, maybe the scripts can be pretty dumb, but actually they're far better than the scripts in American pornography.
Actual porn.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Not a whole lot of pizza guys showing up, and
yeah.
You got a bunch of pizza guys and fucking, you know, all the other bullshit. The guys who clean the pool.
Yep.
Yeah, or oh hey, Mrs. Smith, is your son home? No, but maybe you can help me with something. Oh yeah, sure, Mrs. Smith. It's like, yeah, no. A lot of these...
Meanwhile, in hentai, there's actually, you know, some sort of plot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
sometimes.
just...
You have the occasional, like, oh, yeah, no, we're just gonna fuck. But even then,
yeah, even
try to make it somewhat interesting.
There's a hentai that I have that's called Sex Friend, and it's about these kids.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's about these kids. Well, I call them kids, but you know, they're consensual in Japan.
They're high schoolers. Don't kid yourself.
But what's weird is that there's an English dub, and they don't dare to even explain it. I think we're just supposed to assume that they're 18.
That's the thing with most English dubs.
And they and so it's like this girl just is super horny, and she just tries to take advantage of this guy like every single day. But then there's this other girl who also has a crush on him, and there's a bunch of crazy scenes that involve all three of them.
Where have I seen this before?
Yeah, and it's the most basic, but ultimately the story behind it is an actual drama. So yeah, even their dumbest of it, even the dumbest of hentai have at least like some sort of drama story going on. But like
Tentacle and Witches had a better plot overall.
But seriously, like when I honestly 100% disagree with the fact that anime is just softcore hentai for kids. Like all anime. And I'm like,
have you seen Dragon Ball?
Well, no, I'm sorry. I was going to like pull up like, okay, maybe a quarter of it. Maybe a third of it. If you were to take anime as a whole, the third being true hentai, the other third being softcore, for the sake of just trying to sell you something, and then the other third
So
for,
Darling in the Franxx.
And then the other third for actually producing a decent story with decent content. I can't say that for a fact that all of it is.
Well, I think a part of it, the tentacle in the room is that Japan, as a culture and a nation, is a lot more open about sex and stuff than a more puritanical United States would tend to be.
Like, for example, there's a scene in Totoro, which is pretty much well recognized as one of the most sweetest and family-oriented films of all time. While being a little bit fantasy. There's a scene where the father, and this is part of their culture, just the father and his two daughters, the mother is sick at a nearby hospital. And they're all taking...
As most parental figures are.
The three of them are all taking a bath together. Nothing weird's going on. They're not developed children. They're just little kids. And they're just all hanging out with daddy in the bath. And in that culture, that's perfectly fine. And in fact, I remember having being with my siblings in a bath before. In fact, if anything, that's a learning experience where it's kind of like, oh, you got a thingy, or you don't have a thingy, or whatnot. If you're, it's just like we're kids, we're in a bathtub, whoop-de-doo. And it's just...
I'm sorry. As soon as
my brain went completely blank on me.
No problem.
Yeah,
you were building towards a point.
Yep, and my brain went dead, like it likes to do.
He completely lost it. So let's completely not. I'm not gonna completely change the topic because honestly,
I remember the topic. I remember the topic.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Here's the thing. Is that like, so despite the fact that yes, there is this interesting stigma in Japanese culture that involves sexuality, they actually look very frowningly upon perverts. It's like okay, look, yes, you can buy your hentai or buy your used panties in a vending machine right there. That's fine. Nobody gives a fuck. Go ahead and do that. But don't you be perving in public. As soon as you start perving in public, you are strictly shamed. Very strictly shamed. So I don't know how to make a mission statement for that. It's like
maybe it doesn't need to be.
There is none. That sort of shit doesn't happen in like anywhere outside of Japan. Not that I can think of.
It's like, all right, if you want to have your fun, you can get your fun cheap, and you can it's probably best that you do that after hours where nobody else is watching, and then you can go back to your place and
why the fuck do you think love hotels exist?
Then have a little bit of fun, and but then go back to your normal lives, and during your normal lives, you don't you don't address it. You don't really. Wow, suddenly I just realized that sounds a hell of a lot worse.
I mean, like I said, it doesn't have to be a mission statement. Just because someone does it doesn't mean it's necessarily something that needs to be emulated. But it is what it is.
It is what it is, and it's their culture, and that's what it's like. But I think the whole point that I was trying to make is that like they definitely frown upon perverts and
public perversion.
Public perversion, very strictly.
Doesn't everyone though?
Nah.
Isn't that how it works in America?
Yeah.
Isn't that how it works in Canada?
I assume so.
I can't answer.
Then how is public perversion being frowned upon any news? I know I'm kind of derailing your obviously well thought out point, but I'm just saying.
So maybe the lesson we can take away from this is that you can write your slash fics. Doesn't mean you need to be nailing them up on any public bulletin boards.
Please don't. And speaking of shit people should never do, you should never watch Kiss Sis.
I am glad I don't know what that is.
Oh my god. Since we're talking about anime, and I'm gonna try to bring us off the topic of hentai by talking about a borderline hentai.
Okay. By all means.
So an ecchi.
No. This was straddling the line so fucking hard. I watched it off of a dare, and I still hate the person who fucking dared me to do it. I watched all 12 episodes, and it's still burned into my fucking skull. It's awful. It's like they took a hentai, but then tried to remove all the sex. And even then, they found ways to sneak in the sex.
This sounds amazingly terrible.
Oh my god. So here's your basic rundown of this complete and utter shit show. It starts off with a boy, as you do, in his room. He's just chilling.
And the story of a boy.
Of a boy and his two sisters, who are twins.
Twins, Basil.
And it's twin cest, baby.
Oh boy.
And the brother is not related to them by blood.
Oh, how convenient.
Sounds like to be honest, it sounds like most of half of the shit that people are watching on Pornhub today.
Yeah.
Ain't that a coinky dink?
Yeah, but
it's a little weird.
But then teachers and their little sisters get involved. It's a mess. That's the basic premise. Now these two sisters are like, hey, yeah, no, I want little bro's dick. That's their entire mission statement for the entire time.
Well, okay,
well... And what are the parents doing? What? This is the real linchpin of this entire... Actually, no, not a linchpin. It's just a kicker. It adds to the bullshit. What are the parents doing? Like, yeah, they're not going, oh, yeah, no, you two, stop that. Like, they're like, oh, no, it's fine. You guys could get married if you want.
Of course.
What?
Of course.
Because incest equals wincest because they're not related by blood. What?
Because they're Winchesters?
Because incest equals wincest.
Hey, let's see if we can. Man, I don't know if our sponsor's gonna like moving on the subject from this to their ad right about now.
Well,
but
I'm not quite
we
done
need to
'cause
toss
it gets
this in there
worse.
somewhere. So let's.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
We're cutting the tentacle in the room right here, right now.
Youch.
Yeah, well, let's just say there's a gazebo scene and there is fellatio involved, except the fellatio is just barely off screen.
Chop, chop, chop.
Oh, did I mention that?
Chop.
Good night,
Chop.
everybody. Don't watch the
Chop.
fucking show.
Chop. Is it
Now
dead
on
yet?
Food Network, Chopped.
Chopped.
Featuring the cast of
Chopped. Chop. 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 Chop.
Man,
Hey,
God,
would you mind scrolling up a little bit? You'll see a script up there.
Uh-huh.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, tell everyone how we run our business. That's fucking yeah. Kayfabe truly is dead.
Yep, there it is. That's how it works.
Kayfabe's dead. Nice going. You couldn't even keep up the illusion that we're doing this live. Well, we are, but
I mean, come on, Dorkwad. It makes it. It also helps to make it easier for me. It's not like I can't edit this in any sort of editing program.
It's all
Hey.
illusions, Michael.
But hey, you ever hear of True Apparel? They make awesome shit.
Hold on.
They make hats. They
God
make
damn
t-shirts.
it!
I could just do your entire ad read.
Okay.
I'm sorry, am I fucking up your plans here?
Yeah, I had a fun little thing since we're doing anime. Come on, bruh. Why you gotta be this way? You know what? To finally challenge you, I challenge you to a card game. Yo, nerd. I lay down my trap card.
I draw my gun out of my vest and shoot you in the fucking head.
Guess what? There's a really awesome online clothing shop online.
You lose, Yugi boy.
But how do you get
Where's this?
to what's it called? True Apparel 1 on Twitter.
Yeah, you. It's all super comfy, and they print nerdy shit and game-centric apparel.
Well, since we already threw kayfabe out the window, I'm just gonna say this script is fucking awful.
You're the
Too
only
late.
one who said it wasn't. Everybody lied to me. Thump. Dead.
Gentlemen, you all disappoint me. Alright, folks, let me put it this way. True Apparel 1 you can find on Twitter. They do really comfy clothing that are nerdy and video game eccentric. So, if you don't happen to have any clothing, you can also order it directly from us, then watch us draw it. You know, when our software is working on time.
Or when you actually have the donations properly running.
Thanks, Walter.
I'm sorry, am I wrong? God damn. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I fucking up the illusion?
No, I'm sorry. We already fucked up the illusion.
Yeah, we did that as soon as we began this ad read.
Exactly. So guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the ad you're getting for True Apparel 1. That's at TRUAPPAREL1 on Twitter. You can also contact them directly through Facebook. And what was the other one?
And on Instagram.
Instagram. Thank you very much.
That's the one.
All right.
And on Instagram, I think they are True Apparel Clothing, if I am not mistaken.
Oh. Well,
I'd have to check again.
Well, okay, well,
I apologize to True Apparel for this terrible ad read.
Ed, you shot the bullet, so, I'm expecting you to hide the body?
Yeah, well, to be fair, that was already a corpse when we got to it, so,
To be fair.
To be fair.
So yeah, True Apparel, get your stuff today.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
And be sure to tell them we sent you.
Please keep sponsoring us.
I swear I had a script and they just went, fuck you.
Well, first of all, I didn't see the script, so I didn't know you were actually doing a thing. I'm looking at it now, it's honestly, I don't know. I apologize, True Apparel, for that terrible ad read, but we endeavor to do better in the future, just, not me, because I lack the fucks to give.
He's being sacked, and those who are in charge of sacking him have been sacked, and those in charge of hiring him have been sacked, which means
no one can do anything.
We're all sacked down here.
We're all getting sacked right in the nuts.
Would you like to see Moose?
God damn, how long have we been going for?
Just long enough.
Oh, man.
Alright, sub or dub?
Who would like to start this potential flame war?
I'll do it.
Go for it.
I'm already on the deep end anyways. Let's start. Oh, fuck. Where do we start with the sub versus dub argument?
What do you prefer?
It honestly depends on the show.
Yeah,
because now, like, there are actually certain actors in the dubs who I absolutely despise because of their actions towards not just the fans, but to others in industry. And I'm talking about the whole Vic Mignogna thing.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Shit on.
Could you explain that to me, please?
Okay, so around the release of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie...
Oh, by the way, Thursday, Cougar or Nathaniel says hello.
Oh.
Hey.
Hi, Cougar.
Let's start off with this entire thing, because the dubbing field is about to get thinned out. I can just tell. So, Vic Mignogna had a bunch of allegations thrown at him from randos on Twitter, one of them being Mars Girl, for some stupid reason. And then was dogpiled on by people like Monica Rial, who you might know better as the voice of Bulma in Dragon Ball, and Jamie Markey, who I know her best as the voice of Rias Gremory from High School DD. And basically, it's now being proven that these allegations are false, and since they did so with the intention of basically killing his career, he's suing the fuck out of them. And on top of that, he's suing Funimation for, like, also dogpiling on it as well.
What exactly did they do to him?
They basically said, like, oh, yeah, no, he sexually assaulted us. And he didn't.
Is there evidence for it?
They provided nothing. It's this Me Too culture shit. Why do you think he's suing and winning?
The thing is that in order to make an allegation, you have to have evidence.
No, not them. Apparently they were just stirring up enough shit where they're like, yeah, no, Vic's fired from Funimation. He's been fired from Rooster Teeth, where he was voicing good old Uncle Crow in Ruby, their fun animated series. And he lost a bunch of con work as well. So, running the convention circuit. Because, like, oh, he sexually assaulted me, or like, oh, he was extremely sexually aggressive or some shit. Apparently, one of the things that Monica ended up bringing up, turns out it was over Vic eating a jelly bean that had Monica's name written on it. And he decided to make a joke like, well, I guess I can now say I ate Monica Rial. An innocent joke that took place years ago. All this shit happened years ago. They can't remember exactly what happened, but when they actually do remember something, it's written like a bad romance novel. Like 50 Shades of Grey level bullshit. So, that has actually influenced how I view some of the dubs now. I do not like watching Dragon Ball dubbed anymore just because it has Monica Rial. And she's the voice of Bulma. And I can't help but hear her bitchy fucking voice.
Here,
it's annoying.
Let's keep the politics low on this now. This could potentially make or break the show. I don't want the wrong people to.
This isn't a political thing. This is someone getting his career ruined by a bunch of jealous cunts.
Which could be construed as a political thing.
It was jealousy. That's what caused it. Doesn't matter how it's construed.
Which would still technically be a political thing.
Okay, how about this?
Just a brief moment. Yes!
Allow me to say this while he's busy dealing with shit. The views I am expressing are my own. If you have a problem with that, take it up with me. Or don't. I don't care.
Folks, we have an emergency situation.
Okay.
You are welcome to keep chatting, but I'm unfortunately going to have to end the as we are right now. My grandfather my grandfather can't breathe.
Oh dear. Well, you got to go. We'll wrap things up.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the tribe.
See you in part 2.
Yep.
Part
2.